Have you ever wondered how to perfectly counter-optimized mixed rallies? Are you confident that your current defensive setup is mitigating the maximum amount of damage? And as a trap? Are you confident that you know the all tactics? Let me take you on a journey where we can all contribute. Lords Mobile is a complex game that poses challenges for new and veteran players alike. My goal with the video series is to gather as many useful tips as possible for both new and experienced players to make the gaming experience more enjoyable and competitive. You can help with this. The variety in the game will also be a challenge for me in this project because I don't know which tips you or newer players need. Write in the comments which tips should I include in the future episodes. Don't forget to give a like and free subscription. Now let's get to today's topic. Best wall setup to defend mixed rallies for new, casual, and pro players. As a preface, I want to mention that experienced players might not find much new information here. However, I particularly encourage them to share their own tips in comments. Let's start with some basics. To understand why certain setups fail, we first need to look at the familiar configurations. Why are so many players still hard relying on old school setups? Are they just assuming their classic defensive layers will magically hold? Well, take a look at this battle report right here. Despite having solid troop numbers, running an outdated familiar comp completely breaks the defense, leaving the castle burning against optimized mixed rallies. Ask yourself, does relying on stacker fams or basic 15% attack fams actually work? It simply doesn't cut it in the current meta. So what is the ultimate familiar lineup to use? What should we actually deploy to hard cap these optimized mixed rallies? Here is the absolute best lineup for defending in a Range Phalanx. The core strategy relies on a calculated combination of shield fams and HP fams. The range shield is an absolute must, because it triggers exactly when 12% of your range troops are lost. This precise trigger allows the shield to absorb a massive chunk of incoming frontline damage early in the fight. Pairing it with HP fams provides that essential health sustainability your army needs to survive the remaining duration of the rally. So what happens when we actually put this perfect configuration to the test? With these exact free-to-play gears and stats under 600%, how do you think this setup will hold up? The 1505 rally composition is marching directly in. Let's see the result with that proper familiar lineup. The hit lands and the castle burns. Wait, what? It still got burned. How is that even possible? Yeah, it took less damage, but it is still a red report. Why did this happen?
Head up, friend. It's not over yet.
Giving up so soon? Let's get them.
Disappear!
Curious to know? See, I already knew this was going to happen, but I wanted to show you the ultimate catch you need to look out for. Did you check your squad sizes? You must make sure your largest army squad is not cavalry. It should be infantry or range, preferably the troop type that has the highest HP. Why does this matter? Because if your largest squad is not cavalry, the enemy's Helldrider familiar will not affect your cavalry forces, preventing a massive defensive weak spot. Alright, so we finally cracked the underlying mechanic. What happens when we actually fix it? Let me intentionally wound some of my cavalry troops, so my range squad will be the largest squad, and let's see how the defense actually works now. The 1505 mixed rally is marching directly toward my castle. Are we ready for it? The rally hits, and boom, it is a cap. We managed to defend the rally successfully, keeping our wall standing and locking down the victory by adjusting that single squad variable. See how easy it is when you know these minor details? So what do you think? Will the results be the same for an infantry wedge or an infantry phalanx if we use the exact same familiar lineup with an infantry shield and infantry HP? No, absolutely not. An infantry phalanx takes significantly more damage, allowing a high number of enemy troops to walk back from your castle, totaling almost an entire range squad. That is definitely a terrible choice. For an infantry wedge, it does successfully defend the rally, but it is a super close win with a legendary siege walkback. While it is technically a win, it is still not better than a range phalanx. Remember, there are two distinct winning conditions in a battle report. First, you must keep your losses lower than the enemy's total army casualties. Or second, you must destroy 100% of the enemy army and capture their leader. Achieving either of these is considered a victory, and that is the exact reason why HP plays such a massive role in your overall defense. Another massive myth in the free-to-play community is that the Range Wedge is the absolute best formation for defending rallies. Look, it is true that the Range Wedge is highly effective when you're completely offline because it is incredibly hard to break with standard blast rallies, but it is actually the worst formation to use against optimized mixed rallies. Just take a look at this report. You can clearly see the massive number of casualties you will face in a Range Wedge, even when running the proper familiar lineup. So, what is the absolute ultimate rule for making this Range Phalanx defense work? Believe it or not, your walled down is a must. Seriously, for a Range Phalanx setup, keeping that wall down is absolutely mandatory. It can literally make the difference between a clean win and a total disaster. A standing wall is a massive no-go. Running a range shield, familiar backed by a good amount of range HP won't save you if that wall is still up. Why risk burning your castle when the fix is this simple? Now let's bring it all together for the ultimate winning checklist. First, keeping your wall down is a total must. Second, running a range shield familiar backed by a good amount of range HP is absolutely necessary. Third, you should default to a range phalanx if the enemy's infantry count is up to 1.55 million. But what if it goes above that threshold? That is your cue to switch to a cavalry phalanx provided the enemy's range count is under 400,000. If you do pivot, utilizing a cavalry shield alongside Nosseros gives insane value. But let's be real, you can't magically switch all your familiars in a matter of seconds when a rally is traveling. That is exactly why running at least a 1-2-2 hero composition with 2 cavalry heroes is so much better for safety. However, if you already possess a healthy amount of troops like 12 to 15 million frontline, I don't recommend a cavalry phalanx. While a range phalanx might take a little bit more damage, it safely ensures the cap. This remains a highly debatable topic, so feel free to share your thoughts and personal experiences in the comments below. Fourth, while holding a large volume of cavalry troops, you must keep your largest squad set to infantry or range. And lastly, securing cavalry tier 5 reinforcements will significantly help you hard cap those optimized mixed rallies. Follow these exact steps and you'll see those green reports flooding in. Have you been making any of these mistakes? Let me know your opinions in the comments. I hope you enjoy the video. Have a great day. Bye.